And welcome to this edition of the Coach Derwin Wright Sports Show, the post-homecoming pre-senior night game. And, Coach, we'll take a look back. It's been a big week for the Dragons.
It was an outstanding homecoming week. It was a great week. The students participated. School spirit was really good. Friday we had an amazing pep rally, one of the best ones that we've had in years, and the parade was awesome. The weather was great, and then summed it up with the activities, and the most important thing was the game, and our team came out and played like they ought to played, and got a great win against the 5-0 Oneida team.
We'll take a look at that win, plus we'll look ahead to this week's senior night and the final home game of the season right after this.
For more than a century, Union Bank has been serving the people of Fentress County. Now, as we begin a new chapter in our history of service, we want to take this opportunity to reassure you that while our building may be new, we're still the same friendly people you have known for years. Union Bank, the same people, the same goals, and the same commitment to you. Union Bank, your locally owned hometown bank for more than a century, growing to meet your needs. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back here on the Coach Derwin Wright Sports Show, and Coach, your boys just pretty much, as far as defensively, shut down Oneida.
Well, they did, and you know, our secondary had struggled the week before, and Coach Johnson came in, and Coach Rex Roden said, you know, we just want to go out, lock down man, press man, and try to just lock on them and see if we can't improve that. And it was a great call, great ideal, and we did a great job there. And then our linebacker core and D-line just did a good job. And, you know, they went in at halftime with 39 yards of total offense, and that's just tremendous job by our defense. And then offensively, we ended the first drive on a fourth down, which we didn't need to do, but the defense stood up, stopped them again. We got the ball back and went down and scored, and then it ended up going in halftime with a base 14-point lead. So just a great game overall.
Coach, you mentioned your secondary. You held them to no passing yards whatsoever.
Absolutely, and, we moved some guys around. We moved Heath Rexroad to corner, Lathan Drake to the safety spot, and Trevor Threet stayed at the corner spot, and we just basically told those guys, we want you to lock down. And then A.J. Johnson and Johan West and Cade Brannon, they're our dogs, and we just said, you know, if they're two receivers, you lock those guys down, and you know, we're going to try to get some heat on the quarterback. And we had success doing that. You know, it wasn't that there was a couple of coverage sacks, and then there's a couple of pressures that made that quarterback throw early. So the combination of the two groups together did a good job.
Coach, offensively, your boys put on another good show. They put up 28 points and an easy victory.
Yeah, we did pretty well offensively. We had some missed assignments on blocks that one of them cost us a fumble on a trap, and one guy just missed his assignment. You know, he was confused on what we were running. Actually ran a counter where we pulled the guard and tackle, and the guard and tackle didn't pull. And so, you know, had a few mistakes there, but overall executed it pretty well.
Coach, even your special teams had a good night.
They did, and the special teams did well. Our extra point, Johan's kind of – we're working with him and letting him kind of take that and let Ethan work more with the punt and kickoff, and those are going better. But the coverage teams did a much better job, and our kickoff return team, our timing on our wall is a little bit off. I think we've got potential to break some kickoffs if we just do a little bit better job on our timing on that.
Coach, a lot of folks thought Oneida was a double-A school. You guys triple-A, you're a bigger school and all that. But a lot of people didn't realize they come in the number 8 team in the state in double-A.
Yeah, they did, and we got 48 kids out, and they had 48 kids out. So, and like I said, they got a great football tradition over there. You think they've got 300 students in the school. And if you say if there's 150 males, they basically got 50 of those guys out. That's pretty daggum impressive, you know. So if you're an athlete over there, you're looks like you're out on the football team. And but I'm just proud of our kids. They came out and we were throwing pads and hitting, and things just worked out well. We got early fumble on defense, stopped the drive and took that and got points out of it. And again, the quarterback had a rough night, and we got some hits on him, and just was able to just stop their running game and their passing game.
And the only really dark spot was maybe a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, that's it. And, that's something that it beat us the week before that against Smith County. A couple of turnovers and a couple of knucklehead plays. Now, the one big improvement was we didn't have those knucklehead plays. And football's changing. And it's hard for me at times to adjust myself because, used to a peel back block's what we call it, and when you catch that guy in the front but he don't really see you coming, that was the super hits. I mean, that's what everybody got excited about, and they were perfectly legal. They're not anymore, and they're trying to protect the kids and trying to protect the athletes, and I understand that point of it, but our guys have got to learn that, and we got to go and understand. And we've had to put in a few different drills that I've never run as a coach just because of rule changes. But again, I don't think they're bad rule changes. They're to protect the kids and protect the defenseless players, and we just got to play by the rules and make sure. And last week was the best job we've done on that.
Coach, we mentioned last week the pros and cons of homecoming. Really, homecoming activities didn't affect your boys at all.
Well, it didn't, and I was worried about that. I asked them, repeatedly over the week. I knew it was going to be warm on Friday. To once the parade was over, get out of the sun, get off your feet, make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. And this group was mature, and they did that, and it paid off in the game. If they'd been out here running around the whole afternoon and everything else, they would have hit a wall about halftime. But they didn't, and we didn't have any cramping. We didn't have any problems, and just proud of them for taking that responsibility and back in the community and back in the school and their families and doing a good job being ready to play.
Coach, as far as injuries, you got out pretty unscathed of that as well.
We did. We've been very blessed so far this year with as far as the injury factors go, and we're trying to do a lot on bags and doing a lot of form tackling and everything, and we go one day full speed where we really hit in practice, and that's on Tuesdays. So I said you've got a group of athletes, and we've got some guys that do multiple roles, and if you're going to get a kid injured, you sure don't want it to be on a day you're practicing. So we're trying to protect them in that sense, but at the same time make sure we're sharp and we're full speed when we need to be.
Well, the York Dragons are through homecoming. Now they're to their last home game of the season, and we've got a lot of road games left as well. But we'll take a look at that last home game. Also, we'll take a look at senior night that's coming up this Friday night, right after this.
For more than a century, Union Bank has been serving the people of Fentress County. Now, as we begin a new chapter in our history of service, we want to take this opportunity to reassure you that while our building may be new, we're still the same friendly people you have known for years. Union Bank, the same people, the same goals, and the same commitment to you. Union Bank, your locally owned hometown bank for more than a century, growing to meet your needs. Equal Housing Lender Member FDIC.
And back here on the Coach Derwin Wright Sports Show this week, Coach, you got the Upperman Bees, a team that, quite frankly, we used to call them the Harry Houdinis because you never knew what they was going to throw at you.
Well, they run a spread offense a lot like Smith County, and they've got a few weapons in that offense. Our guys, we were talking the other day, basically they've got a 1-3, 1-4 record, actually, because the last year I coached, we beat them regular season and had to face them the first round of the playoffs. Somehow, I don't know how that happened, but we ended up going down there and losing that game. And they've lost to them their sophomore and junior year. So this group of seniors is this is the last time to play them, and it's senior night, and they've got to come out and execute and play good football if they want to beat this team.
Defensively, you've got to shut them down. They throw a lot of looks at you.
They do. They throw a lot of formations, a lot of quick passing game, a lot of play action pass, and what people call RPOs, run pass options with their quarterback. Basically he's sprinting out and he's got the option to run it, pass it. It's just a run pass option type play. A lot of your spread teams do that. They're one team that we're going to see zone block some, so you got to fill your gaps. And we just got to do a good job defensively.
Offensively, what you got to do to move it against?
Well, we got to execute. We've got to continue to execute. We've got to open the offense up a little bit. We did a good job last week. We got in a situation, we ran a quarterback draw and got good yards off of it. But and we ran a little reverse play and did a good job on it. And so we've got to open that playbook up a little bit more for those situations. Again, we need to not be so predictable and basically just do things a little bit different.
Coach, as you look at Upperman, as far as their special teams, they like to sit up. They like to do a lot of good return things as well, difference on the return line.
They do. They run a different punt formation, almost an offensive set. And they're going to put you in position if you don't cover the guys, and they're going to look up, raise up, and throw it to somebody. Spread the field doing that. And you see that a lot in the college game now. A lot of teams are doing that. Also, in their extra point, they're going to always do something different in that, a lot like what Smith County done to us. And you just got to be ready for the unexpected. It's kind of like the fake punt we pulled in that Smith County game. You can't. That's not a time to relax. Special teams is not a time to relax. Special teams is a time where you better be sitting there and you better be focused and be ready for the unexpected.
Look at both sides of the ball for Upperman. Give us some numbers to watch for.
Number 2 and number 5 are the guys that have been quarterback. 2 started season, 5, both of them are good runners. They're using both of them quite a bit. Number 11 is one of their better receivers. In the backfield, their tailback's 24, not a bad runner at all. He's one of those guys, they get him the ball deep and let him find the opening. And then defensively, they're going to give us multiple looks defensively too. As I told our guys, we got to be ready for a 50 look. We got to be ready for a 6-2 look. We got to be ready for a 3-eye. Just different alignments by their D line, and so everybody's got to know their assignment.
Coach, we mentioned it's a region contest. It's a big one. A win here, and you pretty much seal a spot in that playoffs, regardless of how the rest of the season goes.
Yeah, both teams are going in 1-1 in the region, so it's a huge game for us and a huge game for them. So I think both teams are going to come out ready to play.
Coach, there's one thing that's coming up. It's senior night. That's always tough when it could be those last seniors' last home game, and you've got some good ones this year.
We do, and that's something I'm talking to them about. This is potentially their last home game unless they finish second. And then they could get a host a playoff game, So that's something to work for. That's a goal to set and try to get there. But, obviously you want to win all your home games. You want to win your senior night. And, we've discussed that, and we just got to go out and prepare today and tomorrow and be ready to go by Friday.
You mentioned your seniors. You've got, I think, 13?
13 seniors, yes, and 5 of those guys are first-year seniors and have done an outstanding job for us. So they're all contributing in some way or another, and some in special teams. We've got one that's not played a lot, but he gives us a great look for a tall receiver in practice, and that to a lot of people that don't seem important, but you're only as good as the group you're going against in practice, and if they're pushing you in practice, then you're going to be ready in games. But it's been they're a great group of seniors, and I'm proud of what they've done so far this year. And I want to mention our crowd Friday night. Oh my goodness, homecoming was a huge crowd, huge gate, great game, and we want to see that crowd out again this week.
You mentioned that it is the last home game of the season, regular season, so it may be a lot of folks' last chance to get to see the Dragons, so we want everybody out here.
Yeah, if you've not got to see our guys play this year and you really love football, I'd like you to come out and watch them. They're playing hard-nosed football and getting after it, and we got a 3-3 opponent, and we're 3-2, so it's going to come out team that comes out ready to play and execute.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining us, and best of luck on Friday night as you host Upperman.
Thank you, Gary.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Coach Derwin Wright Sports Show. Be sure to turn out Friday night. It's senior night, and it's also the last regular home season game of the year, of the regular season. So come on out. You don't want to miss this last one, as it's going to be a good one as York hosts Upperman, and York in a big region matchup as well. This one could get them a playoff spot. So you, the 12th man, are much needed this Friday night. Until then, for 15104 Sports, I'm Gary Clark. See you at the game.